The much-anticipated summit between Chinese President Xi and Russian President Vladimir Putin is now underway in Moscow, and it could have a big impact on what happens next in the war in Ukraine. Mike Tobin has more from Kyiv, Ukraine.
War taking a backseat to diplomacy this week as the highly anticipated meeting between the Russian and Chinese presidents kicks off in Moscow. Vladimir Putin greeting Xi Jinping on Monday morning for 3 days of meetings aimed at promoting, quote, cooperation and peace. But the international community will be watching closely for any hints about whether Xi will give Putin the weapons he needs to continue the offensive in Ukraine. Most experts believe that won't be announced during this visit, giving the U.S. time to maneuver.
Our key here is we might have some shared interest with China in ending the Ukraine conflict, so there could be some quiet things that happen in the background.
Beijing and Moscow have been forging closer ties over their shared distrust of the West, but the Chinese government has consistently painted itself as a neutral peacemaker in the Ukraine conflict, issuing a 12-point peace plan aimed at stopping the fighting.
China has always advocated that dialogue and negotiation are the fundamental way to resolve the Ukrainian crisis.
The visit comes just 3 days after the International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant for Putin, accusing him of approving the forced deportation of thousands of Ukrainian children. European leaders meeting today to discuss the next steps.
We should establish a special tribunal, and we should seek for those responsible for the crime of aggression, which in many of our minds is also Mr. Vladimir Putin.
Officials here say a call between Presidents Zelensky and Xi has been scheduled. It will likely take place next week. In Kyiv, Mike Tobin, Fox News.